we go to a conference each year, and we try to book all of our acts for the year. So I wasn't personally there, but Becca was, and she got to see Chinadu last year perform some of his work, and from there they just all voted and decided that he was going to be one of the best comedians.
Yeah, so I started comedy in college actually.
Okay.
A good friend of mine, Dion Villanueva, he kept putting in my head that I should try stand-up. He's like, man, you're so funny, you should really try it. Because we used to love watching videos. That's all we did. We watched like Dave Chappelle, we watched Stan Cook, we'll just laugh and we'll like repeat the jokes to each other. He's like, bro, I think you really could do it. And then, just one day randomly, my friend Cindy, she was actually doing stand-up in a talent show. And I heard the show wasn't going well, but I was laughing because I could find anything funny. I'm just a goofy guy, you know? So I'm laughing, me and Dion laughing at the fact that it's not going as well. It's just funny to us. And she kind of called me out. She's like, hey, Chino, why don't you come up here? You're funny. And I was like, all right. And Dion kind of like he kind of like went like this, like, get up there, you know? And you only live once. Yeah. So I walked up there. I have no idea what got into me. I wouldn't do that on a regular basis. So I just kind of walked up there. I had no jokes. It's kind of improv, and I just remember the crowd laughing. I just remember that feeling that I got.
Yeah.
I was like, let me try this. So I just tried it every now and then. Shows are going well. Jokes came easier to me because I used to write a lot of poetry in high school. So I think I understood how words made people feel, and so I kind of used that talent to help me understand jokes. Growing up, I used to watch Jim Gaffigan a lot. I liked John Mulaney's pretty cool to me. Martin Lawrence. My taste is all over. Some of my favorite comics, you have no idea who they are. They're not famous yet, but I just love watching stand-up, man. It's a fun art form to me. I think it's a very important art form, too. Yeah, I would say focus on getting good before getting known. I think a lot of people try to skip steps, and it's easier to do now than ever because of social media, but I think it's really important to understand who you are and what you want to be in terms of as a comic, as an entertainer. And if you take the time to do that, and you just take the time to enjoy the grind. I always tell people, like, enjoy the chase, because when you get to the point where you're going to be so busy that you're not going to have time to really enjoy the things you're doing so much as when you're grinding, man. These times, going to these shows and hanging out with your buddies and not really having that much money coming in, but just really enjoying the art form. Enjoy those moments. If you enjoy those moments versus getting depressed or down on yourself, then you'll probably go far because you're doing it for the right reasons. You're not doing it for some financial gain, but you're doing it because you truly love doing stand-up comedy. So I would say make sure you truly love it first, because it's a long road. It's a long road.
We go to NAC every year, and usually of the students on UC Entertainment, they watch the different acts that showcase and kind of give their input of, yes, they would work in our space, or I didn't like their content. And then there are a select few that go with our programming coordinator and actually do the booking process. So that's a really cool experience, because you kind of go and negotiate with other schools in the area. Hey, we're thinking about having them. Are you guys interested? And if we get certain groups of that, then we get discounted prices for bringing the comedians or the events. So if we have like 5 schools in a 7-day period, it's much cheaper than if we had just booked them on our own. In terms of other things we do, we have like daily office work where we're responding to emails, reaching out to the artists to make sure they have all the information for their event. That's also where we'll put together and find our different promotional items, whether it's some kind of candy or some little toy. We try to think of creative things related to either our movie or our live event. That's also when we hand them out, and then we'll do like our printing of all of our print publicity and our posting on all our social media.
And then maybe you might have touched on this, but for someone who wants to get involved into your position, how would they go about becoming an employee of UC Entertainment?
Yeah, that's a great question. So our position hires yearly. So when you get hired on for the year. And it's just through Handshake, like a lot of other campus jobs. The best way to kind of get a feel for if it's something is come to our events. Come check out what we do, see what we do, talk to the entertainment assistants, and then just keep an eye out at the end of each school year. Usually I think around March time, when they start really looking for employees for the following year, is a great time to apply, and then you'd go forward with the process from there.
And final question, going back to the comedian show tonight. Do you guys, was this planned to be like the final send off of the year? Like, why was this guy brought here?
Sure.
Yeah.
Like why for this date sort of thing.
Just in general.
Yeah, so well, we picked him because we really liked the content that we saw last year when we were at the conference for booking him. And then the date itself just kind of fell into place with we try to spread out our events that are similar, so we don't want 3 comedians 3 weeks in a row because students won't be interested in seeing the same thing every week. And then we also, like I was saying, try to plan it with other schools to get discounted prices to save money in bringing them here. So I don't know if he was one of those events that we ended up getting in like a block for a cheaper price. It just kind of, with the way everything else was booked, worked out this way. And our comedy events are one of our better producers of bringing students in. We get higher attendance numbers at comedy a lot, so it was a good one to kind of end the school year with.
Sounds good. All right, that's all I